What is the concept of the project or what the kind of role you are playing? First, Manjari.
So ये हमें जब आया था हमारे पास प्रोजेक्ट इट केम ड्यूरिंग पीक लॉकडाउन एंड मैंने हमारा मूवीज़ के साथ बहुत काम किया है पहले भी एंड सो आई रियली लाइक द स्क्रिप्ट वेरी मच एंड ये लॉकडाउन बेस्ड फिल्म थी हमने एक्चुअली वी स्टार्टेड मेकिंग इट एज अ फिल्म लेटर वी डिवाइडेड इट इन अ मिनी सीरीज but it was based on a lockdown where both the characters were separated because of the lockdown period. Like he's in another city and I'm in another city and like so that's what you want to add.
देखिए ऐसा है कि मैं लॉकडाउन में बोर हो रहा था क्योंकि बहुत सारा खाना बनाना पड़ रहा था, बर्तन धोने पड़ रहे थे, and when Amara movie called me, they said you have to do the same thing on camera. So I said, yeah, why not? That was my reason of doing the project.
Like for me,
and the script, of course.
Yeah, script of
script
course.
was very, very well written. Shavik had written such a
beautiful script,
beautiful, detailed. Yeah, that was the reason.
And also because like this whole film, we actors had to shoot it by ourselves. तो पूरा का पूरा जो शूट है हम लोगों ने अपने अपने घर में रिस्पेक्टिव हाउसेस में अकेले बैठ के विद द साउंड इक्विपमेंट एंड ऑल सब हमें भेज दिया गया था तो हमने खुद अपने आप शूट किया विद द डायरेक्टर एंड द डीओपी ऑन जूम कॉल विद अस सो आई थिंक दैट्स अ यूएसपी ऑफ द फिल्म आई वुड से यू गॉट टू लर्न सो मच
In one line we can say it's a long distance relationship subject.
Yes,
That is the subject.
It is.
During the lockdown, like I think it's very nostalgic for people when they watch it because so many couples went through it. So many people went through what Aisha and Vikram go through during the entire series. So they relate to it.
But in real life also इतना busy schedule है हर किसी का इतना professional engaged रहता है being far away from the family वो चीज़ बताइए what you want to say about it how does it affect an individual जब कोई बाहर रहता है professionally they are engaged be it wife husband or parents children what do you want to say about it?
Like during the lockdown you
No in general ऐसे भी professionally भी तो लोग busy रहते हैं it's not like that
मुझे question समझ में नहीं आया sorry
question ये है कि काम के सिलसिले को लेकर बच्चे बाहर रहते हैं वाइफ हस्बैंड आपस में मिल नहीं पाते तो उस इशू को लेकर क्या कहेंगे
I think you got to do what you got to do. I think today we are in that day and age where if the wife has a job in another city and the husband has a job in another city, I think we are independent enough. We are progressive enough to let each grow in their own direction while the love doesn't go. I think. I mean, couples like when there's so much love, they do find a way to work things out.
Yeah, long distance की बात है जहाँ तक I have been living on my own for the last 10 years now in Bombay. So no, I just have to filter my thoughts once in a while. So long distance, yeah, I think there is a way to keep the love. These is a lot easier because you have video calls, you have phones. Like मेरी नानी, I'm very close to her, and पहले मैं उनको मिलने जाता था हर 15 दिन महीने में अंदर जाता था. But as my work got busier and I got busier. I bought her a smartphone and I taught her how to use it. तो पहले जी बोला नहीं मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा ये सब व्हाट्सएप वीडियो कॉल ये सब क्या होता है मैंने कहा नहीं आप सीखो पेशेंस के साथ एंड नाउ आई हैव अ वीडियो कॉल विद हर every day and it's like she's there and she also feels the same. Obviously nothing can replace the personal touch and being there in person and feeling each other's energy but you gotta do what you gotta do because काम भी करना है.
You also and Paresh you also have been part of big projects. तो जब आप एक बड़े प्रोजेक्ट का हिस्सा बन जाते हैं तो क्या सिलेक्टिव बन जाते हैं आर्टिस्ट के तौर पर you are very selective to select any project or what is the basis when you look for a project कि क्या देखते हैं उस प्रोजेक्ट में आप
मैं बताऊँ मेरी पहली क्राइटेरिया होती है of course script और उसमें मेरा रोल is it directly related to the main conflict or not even if it's not the lead role but if the makers are great और उसमें मेरा रोल ऐसा है जो कि स्क्रिप्ट को कहीं ना कहीं अफेक्ट कर रहा है आगे ले जा रहा है then I would do it but for me it's very important to work with the right kind of people कि एक कोई ऐसी फिल्म में आप लीड रोल कर रहे हो जिसमें कुछ ढंग की स्क्रिप्ट नहीं है मेकर्स आर नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट इट और रिलीज़ का पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है so doesn't make a difference but if you're working on the other hand with a director who's making it with a lot of love and passion and he really believes in you for that part then I always go for it.
For me again script is very very important so for a very long time I have been in the industry, and जो भी मैं projects choose कर रही हूँ, it is based primarily on script. So I choose from the opportunities I have in front of me. It's not like, you know, I get 10,000 roles and I'm picking and choosing कि मुझे ये करना, मुझे वो नहीं करना, मुझे ये करना. ऐसे नहीं होता है. Like whatever you get from that, I'm choosing the best I have the options of. And so yeah, for me it is important कि script अच्छी हो. And उसके बाद of course who's making the script, I mean the film, as Paresh just rightly said, because sometimes scripts बहुत अच्छी होती हैं but they don't get translated well on screen. So it's very important the kind of people you're working with. So right now currently I'm in a frame of mind where I just want to work with really good directors, and that is priority. So yeah.
You know, talking about OTT platforms or the digital medium, how big for is a big boom for the artist, particularly if you see up nowadays, it's a big boom. What do you say as an artist?
Absolutely, I think OTTs की वजह से इतना सारा काम है for anybody and everybody who is even a tad bit talented and you know has a passion and love for the craft. There are enough and ample opportunities. मतलब हर platform अगर 5 अच्छे शो बनाता है साल में और आपके पास 6-7 अच्छे platforms हैं, which means you have like 300 good roles for you, and even if you end up doing 3-4 of them, you're sorted. So I always look at it from a very positive and abundant side. Another drawback of that is कि बहुत ज़्यादा content create हो रहा है, you know, so you have to be a little choosy at the same time कि you know sometimes it can get lost कि कितना भी अच्छा बना है, but if it's not really out there in time or promoted well, it can totally get lost. So वो तो रहती है जद्दोजहद.
What do you say?
What I feel, as he again said, I think OTT platforms have become like a blessing in disguise for the entire industry, not just artists,
Yeah.
for directors, for writers, for producers, because for so many years people have wanted to make good content. We have so much talent in our country, so much talent, but unfortunately because earlier with, you know, films and all, because box office was really important and everything, people were making formula films, people were making wo jo chal raha hai usi mein nikalte the. So it was very difficult for producers to get brave enough to do something different, hatke. And even for directors and also for actors, what was happening was अगर आपका character एक particular role में लोगों को पसंद आ गया, you would get typecast कि चलो अभी इसी role में करते रहो. Like for me also, for so many years I was feeling very suffocated as an actor, because मेरे पास वही type के roles आ रहे थे, sweet girl next door, girlfriend, wife, जिसमें कुछ मतलब there was no meat as in there was no as an actor I had nothing exciting to do in it, you know. So and I was dealing with it, but I think 2017 is when I kind of decided ki I'm going to take a break.
I want to be a serial killer.
I'm not doing anything till the time something good comes. But then जैसे ही OTT आया, you know, people wanted to experiment. Then like, you know, so many actors who were waiting for such a long time with so much talent,
Right.
they have been getting opportunities to do something different. Like directors want to experiment you with something totally different. Like Barot House के साथ they experimented me with a very very intense role, and that really worked for me, and that kind of changed my perception in the industry. So not just me, that is what so many actors are getting opportunities because of OTT platforms now.
Paresh, what's your take on it?
On OTTs?
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar to what Manjari said, because it is a blessing for everybody. It is again, like she said, there were lots of. See, there is business. At the end of the day, everything is business, and everybody wants to make sure whatever they make, you know, brings them their buck back and brings them their ROI. But OTT में experiment बहुत अच्छे से हो रहा है. And as actors, I think what we love doing the most is playing parts that is not us.
Yes.
So, you know, like doing things like जो हमने कभी की नहीं है, but we want to. That's a beauty of being an actor, right? कि एक दिन हम astronaut बन सकते हैं, दूसरे दिन हम army officer बन सकते हैं, तीसरे दिन serial killer बन सकते हैं, and yeah, that's a beauty. And you're experiencing that. You can be a father, son. You can experience all those emotions.
As long as you're not experiencing killing people.
Yeah. I mean, don't just
Serial
kill
killer.
people or anybody, for that matter. But you still get to live that. You know, you get to live that emotion, which a normal life wouldn't give you.
And also I think because of OTT platforms, audience have really evolved.
Oh yes.
Because they have, like, you know, world cinema and different kind of content right in front of them, so they know difference between good and bad. So they are ready for something out of the box.
Absolutely.
Manju, what about Paresh? क्या क्वालिटी इनकी सबसे अच्छी लगी एज एन ह्यूमन बीइंग व्हेन यू वर वर्किंग टुगेदर और एज एन एक्टर, ये बताइए। और आप भी बताइए, आपको क्या
बताओ। हंस रही।
बता रही हूँ।
This is the first time you are working, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
सच बताना।
सच बता दो?
नहीं।
No. I mean, okay. So I think Paresh is what I really like the most about him is he's super spontaneous. Like when I saw the film Yeh Dooriyan, for the first time, I was I'm not saying that because he's sitting here, but I was completely in awe of his performance. He was so real, so natural, like so many nuances that he put into the character, in the whole graph of the character, and his personal naughtiness which he added to Vikram was so endearing. It was a complete pleasure to watch him on screen. So
Paresh, ready? I mean,
Such a
what about
Manjari was a treat to work with because we were not physically there.
अच्छा मैं अभी सच बता दी हूँ।
Like, she was a delight to work with right from the first moment we started reading for the part, and we were rehearsing, and she's like a very sincere actor who would know her lines, my lines, everybody's lines, and like she said, Mera process is a little more spontaneous. So we used to have like a lot of fun there because as characters also, Vikram and Aisha, we are very different kind of. Vikram is this guy who's a writer, and she's this woman who's very proper about everything.
Corporate.
So yeah, she's lovely to work with, man. What else can I say? नहीं अभी मैं उनको मिला बाद में।
हाँ तो that was the most interesting part. इस पूरी की पूरी series में हम किसी को नहीं जानते थे. Like I only knew the producers because उनके साथ मैंने खामखा की थी पहले, and I did not know the director. I still he is my Zoom friend now.
मैं उनको नहीं मिला हूँ अभी तक, मैं director.
So it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
We still haven't met the director. I met him after 1.5 years of shooting the film, and because we are like, हम लोग उस टाइम बिल्कुल भी नहीं मिले थे, right?
बिल्कुल भी
Like we did not know I did not even know of his existence at that point of time, and we were playing husband and wife. So imagine, but surprisingly the chemistry is आप जब देखेंगे ये दूरियां, I think it's on point. So
it is.
Yeah.
Lastly asking, हमारा movies big brand in short film business, क्या करना चाहिए, कितना ज़रूरी है short films या short film
Guys, 1 sec, sorry, cut करना पड़ेगा. Urgent, we need your car keys because someone's stuck.
Okay, cut.
So they need to move it. Sorry, cut करना पड़ेगा urgent.
Lastly asking, about हमारा movies big brand in the film short film business, कितना ज़रूरी है short films और short filmmakers को support करना, because short films are great medium, जो भी आप showcase करते हैं.
I think for me personally, I think short film is a great way to tell stories because one of the biggest obstacles of making a film or bringing any idea to life is the money, the budgets. Or unlike other mediums, filmmaking is a very collaborative medium. You need people, you need equipment, you need all of that. So, but if you have a good story to tell and you do not have the resources to make it like a 2-hour feature film, and you can make a short film out of that, and that leads you to somewhere. That also becomes a good showreel for you as an actor, as a director. Like Damien Chazelle had made Whiplash as a short film first, which was a 20-minute short film which went to Sundance and got picked, and now he's one of the biggest directors in the world. So I think what Hamara movie is doing is phenomenal because so many people who started with making short films for Hamara movie are making feature films, are making shows for biggest OTTs, and if it wasn't for Hamara movie, that wouldn't have happened. So yeah.
No, I think Paresh answered it completely beautifully, and yeah, there's so many gems of short stories which deserve an audience, and YouTube is like a great platform for all these short films to come, where anyway audience आजकल I think the attention span is like so small. So I think they really enjoy watching these short films as well, and it's now also being recognized by award ceremonies like Filmfare and everything. So I think it becomes a great platform to showcase your talent in a short time. So yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.